So g'day all and welcome to the South African lawn. Yeah, like Owens, welcome to another video. And right here you can see my Kentucky bluegrass lawn, which has just come out of a very cold patch of weather, but now the weather is lacquer again, just above 20 and so. And also I didn't have a mower or my real mower for the last 3 weeks or so. So this lawn is pretty overgrown, I would say, in my opinion. And right there we have two different mowers. So I thought this is a perfect time to speak about a little bit different mowers. And actually, as a matter of fact, I think maybe not the one on our left here, maybe, but the one on the right is probably the most used mower in South Africa. I would say, guessing now, not statistically, but I'm guessing about 80% of homeowner lawns are being mowed, are being mowed with that rotary style mower. So let's have a look at them. Hopefully at the end of this video, you'll be able to decide which one you like best between the rotary mower and the cylinder manual reel mower, and what the purposes of the two is. So I hope you enjoy this video. Okay. Yeah, okay, so two very different mowers here. To be 100% honest with you, the only thing that they've really got in common is that they're both intended to cut grass with. I suppose you could do other things with it, but yeah, so this is probably the one that you all know, and this is probably, most people should know it, but I mean, this is the old style cylinder mower. So as I say, this is a cylinder mower, so it basically cuts the grass like a scissor with a blade spinning like a cylinder blade spinning like this, and then there's a bottom blade, and then it scrapes against each other very lightly and then cuts the grass off. Whereas on the flip side, underneath this deck right here, we've got a beastly fan with a blade, like a fan blade, that spins at 1,000,000 kilometers per hour and then chops the grass like a slashing thing. Okay? So very simply, this is how it works. The grass comes in between the two blades there. This one spins in this direction and then it cuts it off, just like that, which creates a bit of a more healthier cut. Like, I don't know if you can see that, when your blades are sharp, than a rotary mower. Let's go and have a look at that. Okay, so here we are at the rotary. So a little bit different. So the grass actually stands up like this, and then this thing comes and spins like crazy, more or less like a aeroplane, but going towards the ground, and then cuts the grass off with a lot of anger and furiosity. Okay, so while they're very, very different in every sense, the last very big difference that you'll have to know is that here is no power unit, here is no engine, whereas here you get a 2,400 watt electric motor, which equates to 3.2 HP horsepowers, and this one has got 1 HP human power. So 3.2 horses versus 1 human power is quite a big like power difference. I mean, I'm imagining myself scrumming against 3.2 horse. I don't know what a 0.2 horse looks like, but I mean, scrumming against 3.2 horses, that's a little bit unfair. However, today we're going to test what the differences is, and what the quality difference is, and what the purpose is. And I'm very, very happy in the same breath that my 20-inch professional cylinder mower is not here and competing in this contest, because it would be an absolute demolishing thing, because that thing is better in every sense, in my opinion. However, when it comes to price, these are obviously in a far different price class in the short term. And why do I say that? These are mowers that will probably last for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 years, maybe even up to 10 years if you really, really take good care of them. Whereas your professional cylinder mower, the one that I've got, or very good cylinder mowers, your higher end cylinder mower ranges, would probably last for 30, 40, 50, maybe even 60 years, with an occasional engine change every 40 years. So yeah, let's get into it. Let's see what the cut quality is and decide which one you like best. Yeah. Very simply, we've got them set to, I don't know, hopefully more or less the same height. Start them up, go there and back with each and see which one we like best. One thing we've all got to admit is this thing right here, the power cord, is a bit of a kopseer. You know, it provides a bit of a headache, almost always. Especially if I don't listen to what my dad said 20 years ago. Merik, sny weg van die kabel af, sny weg, cut away from the cable, Merik. This little one is set a little bit high. We're just going to adjust it a little bit down. Right, so as you can see, both the mowers went down in this direction and came back in this direction. So let's have a look at the cut quality. So this is our rotary mower. And there, you can see if it shows, maybe we can rip one off, or couple off, and look at their tips. So it doesn't cut too bad, but unfortunately, if you can look at the cut line on the top of the grass blade, it is torn a little bit. Okay, now I don't have the sharpest blades, but those sharpness of the blades on the rotary mowers are critical if you're looking for even a decent cut. Whereas if we look now at the cylinder mower, the manual push reel mower, we're going to have a look at the quality of cut, and we should be able to see a big improvement. Like, also not in the best shape, but as you can see, much better cut quality right there. Okay, so as we can see, the cylinder mower, the cut is a little bit better. Okay, all depending on the mower blades, but in general, your cylinder mowers do provide a better cut. The whole concept behind the scissor cut is so much better than a rotary mower. So it's all dependent on how sharp the blades is, but in general, you get the picture what I'm saying. Okay, so I'm going to try and sum this up as quick as possible. That's why I like that professional cylinder mower of mine so much, because it provides such a good quality of cut. And here's the big thing. The user experience is the big thing when it comes to mowing lawns. So in the next couple of videos, we will be talking about planning for the next season, and I will talk about all those type of things. But I promise you, taking care of your lawn and how into it you are is very dependent on how much you enjoy it. Mowing is my absolute favorite part, and if you don't end up enjoying mowing, then I don't think you're gonna like lawn care as much. I do like fertilizing, I do like taking care of it, but a lawnmower plays a very big role. So choosing, and especially choosing between your like more cost-effective ones. Now that manual push mower isn't the best one on the market, and that in the rotary, comparing those two will be a big deciding factor for whether you like it. So in short, I personally think, one of my conclusions, the push mower will work great in a complex where you've got a smaller area. You creating the power for it. So if you've got a small area, you don't need a lot of power. But if you're going to mow 400 square meters with something that you have to create the power for, I think you might, after a month or so, say, look, I'm going to mow once in 2 weeks, because I am just not enjoying this as much as I should. Okay, so one of the very big pluses of a rotary mower like this and all the power that it creates and unfortunately loses is the actual blade spinning furiously at the bottom of this thing. That blade sits at a bit of an angle, so as it spins, it creates a high pressure air on top of the blade and a low pressure air at the bottom of the blade. And what that means is it creates a bit of a vacuum here and sucks the grass up. So all the cut grasses are pulled up into the deck, and also, which I don't think plays a very big role in South Africa because we're dealing mostly with warm season grasses, is grass that's fallen flat. And that happens especially on cool season lawns that's very tall. So those grasses flop over easier, and mowing tall cool season grass is probably a lot easier with a fast swinging blade, pulling that grass back up and chopping it off than a cylinder mower. So that's a big plus on something like this. However, the type of turf that I like and the type of turf that you maybe like, I don't see this happening so much with kikuyu. Gets cut fairly well with cylinder mowers because they're standing proud and tall and is a bit harder and more rigid, if that's the correct word, blade, and it stands up most of the time. So you don't really need something to suck it up and help it to stand up. On the flip side here, our manual push mower has a very big plus in one category, and that is it has no engine. It's a very big part of lawnmowers that gives trouble is engines. That's why I always recommend whichever mower you take the best engine that you can get. And those are the things that normally give trouble. Even with your cheaper mowers, I very often find that the engines that they put on them is the thing that gives trouble first. And also with no engine, you're creating hardly any noise. I've mowed at 6 a.m. in the morning, I promised you, 6 a.m. in the morning in the summer once. And I don't think anyone noticed, maybe my wife. So it really creates very low noise. So I want to almost draw to conclusion, depends on the size of your area. If you live on a big yard or you've got lawns maybe the size of mine, 500 square meters, then maybe you want something with a power unit like that. That's just a thought. If you live in a complex with a very small area, that thing takes hardly any storage space, needs very little maintenance, and you probably won't get as tired using it because, I mean, you don't have a very big area to service, and there's not much to go wrong. So that's something to think about. Yeah guys, so I hope you've learned something. This video wasn't intended to show you how I mow and all those type of things. It's really to bring clarity between two far different mowers. And in no sense here I'm saying that any of these two mowers competes, in my opinion, with my professional cylinder mower. But these are great machines. Nothing wrong with them. If you maintain them properly, if you keep them serviced, I think you'll have a very good lawn. And in my personal opinion, the biggest thing of all is learn to love your lawn first and love your equipment first before you just rush into a shop and buy the best thing on the shelf before you know what you've got, and then determining with what you've got what your needs are. And then you make a purchase or an upgrade. So that's my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video between the comparison of these two. I really can't choose a winner. They've got pluses and minuses in very different categories. They're for different people. They're both fantastic machines in my opinion. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did enjoy this video, please smash the like button, and also remember to subscribe to the channel. Share this videos the worldwide. There'll be plenty videos to follow, especially on kikuyu. I did this experiment on my cool season grass because it's actually actively growing, whereas the kikuyu is just sitting like dead at the moment. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye.